The diner was wrapped in an eerie stillness at that hour of the night, a silence heavier than noise, the kind that presses against the chest and makes breathing feel like work. The neon light above flickered again and again, as if it too was exhausted, struggling to keep the harsh truths of the world hidden. Emily wiped down the counter, but every movement revealed her fatigue and hesitation. Her hands trembled, her eyes kept drifting toward the window, where an occasional bus or a lone car passed by on the dark road outside. Each passing vehicle deepened the strange loneliness and quiet fear growing inside her. There was a pain in her eyes that only those understand who have lived through life's most important moments alone. Every breath she took felt heavy, as if even the air was afraid to carry the weight of her sorrow. The diner's stillness, the faint hum of old music, and the cold wind outside created a fear that settled deep in her heart, one that grew stronger with every passing minute of the night. Emily whispered to herself, "I'm okay. I just need to endure a little longer." But her racing heartbeat refused to calm down, and deep inside, she felt it clearly. Tonight was going to leave a mark on her life forever. Emily reached into her pocket and pulled out her phone, glancing at the screen in a sudden reflex. A new message had arrived. For a moment, she tried to ignore it, but an inner voice forced her to open it immediately. As soon as she read the message, her legs weakened, and a strange ringing filled her head. The words were simple, only a few lines, but their impact was devastating, as if the world had come to a complete stop. "If you do not have a husband and a stable home by tomorrow, custody of your daughter will be taken away." That single sentence became the heaviest burden of her life, a weight no human heart should have to carry, and no law should ever impose. Emily sank to the floor, leaning against the counter as tears streamed down her face. Her eyes fell on her daughter Lily's small toys resting nearby, and a terrifying thought pierced her heart. By tomorrow, she might no longer be able to protect her child. In the stillness of the night, her prayers rose silently into the air. Again and again, she begged only one thing: "God, please don't take my daughter away from me." Her heart pounded violently, while inside her grew a vast ocean of emptiness, helplessness, and fear. Emily's life had never been easy. Losing her husband at a young age, drowning in financial hardship, and carrying the responsibility of motherhood alone, all of it had fallen on her shoulders at once. During the day, she worked tirelessly at the diner. At night, she sat beside her daughter, telling her stories while quietly hiding her tears. She often told herself, "I am strong, I can survive this." But the truth of her heart shattered that belief every single time. Every night, she prayed, not only to God, but to time itself, to protect every fragile moment so that Lily would never feel how afraid her mother truly was. Life had taught her many things: how to keep loving even while standing alone, how to never surrender when it came to her child, and how to guard a child's laughter at any cost. But the world's systems did not see her sacrifices. To them, only one thing mattered: a husband, a house, a complete family on paper. Tears continued to fall as Emily whispered to herself, "If this night doesn't end, then tomorrow my entire world will." In one corner of the diner sat Daniel with his young daughter, Sophie. He had been watching Emily quietly, and something stirred deep within his chest. He too was a single parent. He knew the wounds life could carve into a person, the pain of separation, the sleepless nights filled with fear, and the days when the world judged him as incapable. Sophie gently tugged his sleeve and whispered, "Papa, why is that lady crying?" Her innocent question struck Daniel's heart like a sudden jolt. A child's. Honesty left no room for indifference. He realized that there are moments when staying silent and turning away becomes a crime against humanity. There was a strange calm in Daniel's eyes now. He knew this pain. He understood the helpless fear of a parent trying to protect their child. He stood at the crossroads where compassion, courage, and humanity meet. Daniel slowly walked toward Emily, and in that moment, the entire diner seemed to freeze. He knew this step was unusual, perhaps even reckless, but his heart refused to remain silent. "I overheard what you said," he spoke gently. "And if you truly need someone, I can help." Emily looked up at him in shock, her eyes wide, her heartbeat racing. She tried to refuse, but her voice broke before the words could form. Tears spilled freely, In that instant, she realized something profound. Sometimes, strangers arrive like angels, without questions, without demands. For a moment, doubt crept into her heart, whispering that this might not be real. But the last spark of hope within her refused to let her step back. The next day, they stood together in court. There was nothing romantic about the moment, no celebration, no joy. It was simply the desperation of a mother and the humanity of a man standing side by side for legal protection. The courtroom was silent, yet a strange tension filled the air. Daniel held Sophie close, while Emily kept Lily near her chest. The sight of the two children playing together, Daniel fixing small things around the house, and Emily standing strong despite her fear, slowly changed the atmosphere. The social worker observed carefully, and for the first time, it felt like this fragile, paper-bound relationship was beginning to take on the shape of something real. For the first time in a long while, a gentle calm touched Emily's heart. Yet fear lingered too. How long could this fragile arrangement last? That night, when she returned home, she was exhausted. But deep within her, she carried a quiet truth. Life had offered her another chance, a new hope she had been praying for all along.